talk UVA. We're exploring, learning, growing each day. From the classrooms to the online space, every learner finds their place. Teachers, mentors, guiding your way. Let's talk UVA. Join today. Let's talk UVA. All together now. We're connected, yeah. You know how. Let's talk UVA. We're exploring, learning, growing each day.
Good afternoon. Welcome again to Let's Talk UVA. We are broadcasting live from our LinkedIn, our STEAM hub here at University of View Academy. We're located at 4715 Bennington Avenue in Baton Rouge. And we're so excited that you all have joined this final session for 2025. And today we have three highly qualified leaders, school leaders. We have about 60 years between these three, about 60 years of education. Just about. It's 58. I counted it. And we have first our elementary school principal, Miss Kaleisha London. And then we have our middle school leader, Miss Brandy Garrett. And lastly, we have Miss Jasmyn Watson, who is our high school principal. And as I said, these ladies bring a wealth of knowledge that they are just eager to share all of this information to prepare us for our final semester of the 25-26 school year. With that being said, can one of just take a note? Can you share some exciting highlights from the first semester in your school and how it has impacted your students?
I'll start. So in elementary, we have been doing all things literacy and numeracy. We have gotten through literacy and numeracy tests from beginning of the year, middle of the year. We saw lots of growth in our students, amazing things. We've had record number engagement in our learning circles, students logging in live to actually, engage with their teachers. We've also had some project-based learning things going on, as well as some other events. And so we've seen growth in our students, and we just want to continue that momentum as we go into the second semester.
And in middle school, we've done the same. We really focused on some instructional shifts this year for our students, including our learning circles being even bigger and better. And we really encourage student participation and collaboration in those. And we also really work to streamline the independent learning lessons that the students are seeing on Canvas so that they feel supported, and we have seen great growth out of our students. They're currently taking Benchmark 2, and we can't wait to see those results come in. It's been a great first semester.
And more of the same for high school. We have been working really hard to prepare students for ACT testing, work keys testing, industry-based credential tests, and LEAP tests. The teachers have been working really hard to redesign some of our asynchronous lessons to really engage the students in their learning, have them thinking critically and creating more. The leadership team has been working on trying to expand our graduation pathways and our course offerings. So we're really excited about the spring semester and what's to come.
Great. I do want to apologize. I should have done a more formal introduction. And so we have Miss Kaleisha London, who has 20 years as an educator, and she has four wildly amazing kiddos. She's a graduate of the Southern University, A&M College, and St. Thomas University, and she brings a wealth of experience as a classroom teacher, dean of students, and as I said, y'all count it now, that's 20. It's 20, okay. So then we go over to our middle school professional, Ms. Brandy Garrett, who has 20 years of experience in education. She taught first in Memphis, and I love Bill Street, but anyhow, we'll talk about that after this. And she is just a middle school fanatic. She has taught middle school before moving into administration, and she has been an assistant principal, director of a middle magnet school, and director of leadership development at the Louisiana Department of Education. Lastly, we have Miss Jasmyn Watson, and I'm happy to say she has 18 years. So 20, 40, 58. Told y'all, but if we add all of these in, we'll have more than 10. More, promise you. So Miss Watson has been at UVA for 10 years. She's taught English, math, and science. But anyhow, she is she's been a high school master teacher. She's been of academics, and she received her master's in educational technology, and she's a doctoral candidate. How about that, guys? We're so proud, each of you. So now let's continue.
Yeah, okay. So we want to talk about, what students should prioritize as they begin to wrap up the semester. Ms. Haynes mentioned that they can work all the way through December 31st. So just kind of paint a picture, how should students prioritize their time and get the most bang for their buck as they get closer to the end of the semester? And I guess all three of you, if it's all the same information, maybe just one person, but how would y'all explain that?
Absolutely. So what we want our students to do is really just prioritize those number one assignments that are still open to you guys until December 31st. So it's the back half of this quarter that are open until the 31st. And then look for those high leverage assignments, so ones that are kind of worth more, like our benchmark, some of our assessments that, worth a few more points, because that's going to get you the most bang for your buck. And then, of course, we also want you to encourage our students to really look at any feedback that the teachers have given for their second attempts, because they can improve their grades by doing that. And our teachers do a great job of grading and giving some feedback. And of course, you get a second attempt on most assignments. So use those second attempts. But we also encourage you to finish up by December 31st, but then take the break to actually be a break. We really want our students to come back refreshed and recharged. So again, look at those high leverage assignments, but don't go too crazy with it. Just improve what you can in these next couple of weeks.
Same for elementary. High leverage, benchmark assessments as well. And again, get the rest. It's needed. They've worked hard this first semester, and so rest and recharge.
And for high school, just can't echo what you guys are saying enough. It's really important to look at the feedback that the teachers leave to really give you the best chance of improving your grade. So I think that's all.
So y'all mentioned this word rest, and we do want our students to come back recharged, rested, and fully ready to go for another full semester. So learning coaches and moms and dads and parents, can they do anything specific to support their kiddos? I mean, I know they may want to help them find those assessments where there's some feedback. So would y'all just kind of steer them, learning coaches, to help in that way, finding that feedback?
Finding that feedback, but also creating balance and focus. So once you look at the feedback and focus on what it is that you want to do to improve your grade, not overstressing it, just looking at the feedback and then taking the teacher feedback. Teachers are still available today and tomorrow. So between now and tomorrow, on the 19th, reach out to the teacher if there's any questions or comments. But most importantly, just stay focused and streamline and doing their very best.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, you ladies have shared all of the wonderful things that have been going on at UVA for the first semester, and all of that has been great. So I would like for you to give us a little glimpse of what school will look like as we move into the second semester, January 2026.
I love the spring semester, so we're going to start off with just maintaining the momentum from the fall. The teachers will continue providing high quality instruction. We'll have those learning circles going with opportunities for them to collaborate with their classmates. There will be a renewed focus on targeted support. So if you've been struggling or if you need some enrichment because you're really already being challenged, those opportunities will be available to students. We're also going to maybe change things up a little bit in some of our instructional practices as we prepare for spring testing. So, they say April showers bring May flowers, but spring also brings spring testing. So we'll be gearing up for literacy and numeracy testing in elementary, and those are going to be in person.
For the end of the year. We've done remote beginning of the year, middle of the year, but similar to their testing locations for 3-8 with LEAP, end of the year testing for Dibbles and literacy and numeracy will also be in person. So look for those in your Canvas account where you'll be assigned and where you will be able to bring your child for in-person testing for end of the year.
Okay, engaging I love all of your answers. And so today, before I came over, I had a parent to send me a text about some challenging things that her child is facing. Middle school parent, she's um, complaining about some scores that her child has. And so the next question is, engaging in a virtual environment can be challenging for some students. Can you provide some practical tips to start the new semester strong and maintain momentum?
So students can start strong by, first of all, being consistent, creating a schedule. Although school is virtual, a schedule helps them to stay on track, being consistent, creating a safe space at home where this is my learning area, I know where all my materials are, causes them to not kind of be flustered. They know where everything is, and they also know where they can reach out for resources. Having them open that line of communication with their teachers, making sure that they are messaging their teachers if they're having any issues, following up on the feedback that the teachers are providing for them, but most importantly, taking advantage of some of the resources that we offer. So we have study skills here in the Links Den where they can come in person. We also have tutoring sessions that are available where they can have one-on-one sessions, virtual and or in person if needed. So taking advantages of some of the opportunities that we have, but most importantly, creating a schedule, being consistent, creating an environment that's a learning environment for the student, somewhere calm, not too many distractions, where they can focus at a set time and getting the work done, I think are some things that they can do to do virtual school and do virtual school.
Absolutely.
Awesome answer. And I do plan to let that parent know all of those things. Okay, in our conversation with families, they love to hear about the many opportunities our students have. What are some exciting things happening at UVA that will allow our students to grow and connect with each other?
Oh, that's what sets UVA apart, right? We have so many opportunities for our students, even though we are a virtual school, from everything right here in the Links Den with our study halls and our esports and all of those things that are happening. But we also have in elementary and middle school, we have recess where students can come and connect and kind of just take that brain break for a few minutes each day. We have clubs from elementary all the way to high school, and it's everything from cooking to anime to rock climbing to our leadership clubs. I mean, there's something for everyone there. And of course, like we mentioned, the long list of student-sponsored events that we host across the state. There's just really exciting things for our students to be a part of, from dances and proms and ring ceremonies to field trips. In all areas of the state, there's always something for our students to connect with each other and really, have that social interaction that they need here at the virtual school as well.
Awesome.
And I'd like to just add a caveat here. All of this is provided at no charge to the families.
Absolutely.
So our students are exposed to all of this, and they get the tutoring and one-on-one, and they get to come to the Links Den and esports and the field trips at no cost to the families.
And if I could just put a plug to our high school students, I would love to see more and more of our high school students really engaging in the Links Den activities. I think on Thursdays we have study hall, and so the teachers are here in person, and we're waiting to engage with you and to meet with you, to support you, just talk to you, use some of the makerspace activities here. So high school students, really looking forward to seeing you guys in the spring.
Great. So, I can't imagine what it would be like without dedicated employees such as yourself. And that's speaking of the entire UVA faculty and staff and administrators. And we really thank you, Principal London, Garrett, and Ms. Watson for coming. So is there anything else you all would like to share with us as it relates to school or, like Ms. Watson, math, English, and science?
Yeah.
And I dare not ask which is your favorite.
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
English.
It's math. Math is my baby. Yes.
Okay. And you, Miss Garrett, what would be your favorite subject? I mean, you taught middle school.
I did teach middle school. I taught math as well, but I will say I am a science person too. Love
Okay.
science, love all of that thinking that goes on, and I love seeing our science teachers teach virtually. It's just amazing.
It's amazing. And Miss London.
Well, I'll level it out. I'm usually leaning toward math, but she has science. I want our students to have a love for reading, so I'm going to take that ELA, all things reading. Reading is, you need it for science and math,
right.
so I'm going to
That's
take reading
That's
so that I can, be on top. But yes,
And
we love them all.
do we embrace that though? The cross curriculum type assignments where it could very well be a science project and the reading is stressed in that as a part of that, and as well as math. So
Absolutely. We do a lot of, our teachers do a lot of collaboration across subject areas. For sometimes they may be reading us text in social studies or in science, and we do AR in middle school and elementary school as well. So it may be an AR book, so an opportunity for the students to take AR tests. There may be a project where they may have to interview. There are several opportunities for them to do cross-curricular, and our teachers do a wonderful job of collaborating to make sure our students have the full experience.
great, that's great.
Is the science fair a spring or a fall thing?
It's coming up January 29th.
Yep, happening in
In the spring.
It's
January.
in the spring. It's in January. So it should have already been. We've had a kickoff. Students have had an opportunity to actually submit their science fair projects. We have teachers, a team of teachers who are actually supporting those students and going along with the process and making sure that they have their experiment, they have the things, they're following the scientific method and all the things. And so we do have a team that's supporting teachers. So if you haven't, look at your events and activities course card and tag to someone who is supporting the science fair so we can support you. There's opportunities both virtual and an opportunity for them to come in person to hopefully exceed and win here at UVA and then represent us at Louisiana State University, state or regional fair.
Absolutely.
So please take advantage.
Yes, and also like our quiz bowl, and is it still called quiz bowl?
It is. And they have been competing. Our sponsor is Miss Kayla Berg, and she does an awesome job. She and one of the student leaders for the club. So they have been competing across the state. They just sent in a request recently, I think, for another event. They're doing really, really well. And just to plug some more of our clubs, the DECA Club has been doing amazing things. Those students have been awarded for all of the volunteerism that they've been doing this school year. Actually, right outside of the Linksden, before we started here, our Beta Club was being recognized by the Kiwanis Club for their, their drive, a donation drive. And the Kiwanis Club was just so excited by all of the donations that those students were able to get. So our students are doing some amazing things here.
Absolutely.
Do we still have the literary rally? Is that part of the?
We do have the literary rally, yes, and I know our assistant principal, Mr. Cooper, has been working really hard with our students across the state to compete there. So yes.
I remember doing that years back in social studies.
So we know your favorite.
Studies, yes, rounding us out.
You can ask our parents if they choose to submit some questions that we may not have thought of. And, the other thing I used to enjoy was the youth legislature group, when they would go down and they were either representatives or senators, and they got to go through the whole process of authoring bills and debating them and things like that. So that's still one of the things.
That happens at the middle school level. Mr. Bobby Handley is our sponsor there, and that will happen, I think, in February, where we have a great group of students that will be able to go, and they go to the Capitol, and they get to see the whole process for a couple of days and really engage in that. And it's a really great way to really see our state leadership, and for our students that are interested in that.
Yes,
For future.
okay. So, any last words? Or, we have open enrollment going on right now. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say we are still accepting applications. And as you can see, we have some highly qualified school leaders that will be responsible for your child's learning at each school level, elementary, middle, and high school. And I know Ms. Watson can echo this as well with the dual enrollment opportunities and the advanced placement and how even that, when they take early college courses, it's at no charge to the families.
That's right.
So do you want to continue?
I would like to speak to that. So many opportunities for students when they decide to join our UVA community. So specifically at high school, there is the Early College Academy. And so students can determine if they would like to earn a certification that will jumpstart their careers, or if they would like to work on an associate's degree. And so each year we have dozens of students who actually earn their high school diploma along with their associate's degree while they're completing their 4 years of high school here at UVA. And so that just opens so many doors for them in the future. And like you were saying, it also saves the family some money because they get those first 2 years of college courses at no cost to them. So lots of opportunities, lots of different courses they can explore just in this safe environment, comfortable environment with their UVA family.
Okay, we do have one question. It says, how do I get more information on middle school LinkedIn?
She may have meant the LinkedIn.
Oh, okay, the LinkedIn, okay.
Yes, so we post our middle school day is Monday here in the LinkedIn for our study hall, but if that day doesn't work for you, if you reach out to any one of our middle school teachers, we can point you in the right direction. But there is a sign up, I think it's in the events course card where they can sign up to come to study hall any Monday that they want to here in the LinkedIn.
Well, high school has given their plug for study skills. Middle school has given their plug for study skills. Elementary day, it's Tuesday from 9 to 12. Please bring our babies out. Our teachers are here. And just as middle school said, if there's another day that day doesn't work for you, but there's another day where your child needs some in-person support, please reach out. But elementary study skills every Tuesday, 9 to 12 here in the LinkedIn, and you'll get to see your favorite principal there.
And also with our tutoring, after school tutoring, that's still 3 to 6, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
And that's across the curriculum.
Yes.
So if they need math, English, I'll be needing a little bit of all of them. But math, science, all of the courses, and our teachers are all certified.
Yes.
So they will be working with the students, and they can either do it in person, I think you said, or virtually. Absolutely. So great opportunities. No reason to not take advantage of any of this. It's at no cost to the family, no additional cost. We do not have team sports, but as you can see, that's the only thing we do not have, but we do have esports.
Yes, that's right.
And we do allow our students to participate in AAU and travel ball and gymnastics. And so as long as it's not at another school district, we're the rival of the state because we go across state lines. We go across all these school district lines. So that's the only reason we can't have team sports, but we're superb in everything else.
Yes, we are.
I agree.
Can I just take a moment, I think, to speak on behalf of all the principals to say to the students, we are just so proud of the work that they've done this school year. We've seen them show up to their learning circles and collaborate with their classmates. We really appreciate when they reach out to their teachers or to the school leaders to share their love of UVA or any challenges they may be having so that we can support them. To our learning coaches, we're so excited that you've chosen UVA. We're so happy to partner with you. We're so happy you've brought us into your homes. I'd also like to take a moment to shout out the teachers, I think.
Absolutely.
They have done an amazing job this school year, working hard with all of the changes, all of the new ideas that we come up with for ways to re-engage students and make their learning more innovative and interactive. So we just wanted to say thank you to everyone, students, learning coaches, teachers. We just wouldn't be able to do the work that we do without everyone.
Okay, so we did get some more questions. Is the high school dual enrollment classes finalized yet for the next semester?
Oh, wow. That's such a good question. We're actually working on that right now. And so Miss Bentley has been looking at transcripts and course availabilities and things like that. So I guess the short answer is no. We haven't quite finalized the schedules yet, but you will be hearing from us soon. And you'll definitely know by the time school starts on January 8th, Thursday, January 8th. So we're working on it. We're working as quickly as we can.
The other thing is, please, please look at the quick links screen as it populates, or the QR code. That is where you will find at your fingertip, if you bookmark that link, all of the information we've talked about today is in the quick links tree. You have access to your counselors, you have access to testing, your favorite liaison. But your family liaison team, as well as you can ask questions there. And if you send a question to us and we need to confer with our school leaders, we all have Ms. Watson and Ms. Garrett and Ms. London on speed dial. Yeah, I know that. But anyway, we can get to them real quick for you. So do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions. Have a very safe, prosperous new year, as well as enjoy the rest of the holiday season. And we look forward to seeing you January 7th. And at that time, we will start our scheduling for our spring Let's Talk UVA episode. So for now, see you next year.
Let's talk UVA. We're exploring, learning, growing each day. From the classrooms to the online space, every learner finds their place. Teachers, mentors, guiding your way. Let's talk UVA. Join today. Let's talk UVA.